Good morning, everybody. My name is Stephen Othony, and this is Othony's Radio, where this week I'm going to be taking a look at the thumbnails for the top 10 videos on my YouTube channel to figure out why, more than any other video, people decided to watch those. I've been doing this whole YouTube thing for a good year and a half now, and so I think I've gathered quite a bit of data to figure out what thumbnails work and what ones don't, what titles work, what ones don't, what ideas work, and what ones don't. I've posted 184 videos, and I think that includes shorts and live streams. And across all the videos that I've posted, in terms of like the long form horizontal ones, I've gathered between 3 and 890 views. It's a pretty decent range. So what makes the single-digit view count videos different from the 3-digit view count videos? And that is what I'm trying to figure out today. I'm going to be taking a look at my top 10 thumbnails to try and figure out exactly why those specific pictures drew in more people than the other ones that I created. I have gathered 10 different points or tips that could probably help you boost your views on your thumbnails, and I'm also just going to try to, incorporate those into my thumbnails in the future going forward. So, number 10, pairing with my 10th most popular video, my tip is be funny. My 10th most popular video is a video called I Have the Flu, so here are some funny metal moments. And in the thumbnail, we have a robe monster from the game Repo on a frame that's like mid-jump scaring me, trying to kill me, and next to the robe monster is text that says, "Hey there." It's supposed to be the robe monster saying hi to, I guess, the audience or the player or whatever in the picture. And typically I title my videos in like very like few words, or just to try to get the point out there, or just to try to, encapsulate the video into one single project. But here, I think I just had the flu and I just kind of wanted to throw the video out there. And I also knew that a Metal Moments video, which is just like a montage of funny clips from different video games, the type of audience that would want to see it is a type of audience who doesn't want this polished title or this, thoughtful, capitalized title for the video. They just want a random sentence to try to be funny and get views. And that's exactly what I did with this video. I think here the title and the thumbnail paired really well together to capture this like funny feeling, or like if somebody sees it, they're like, oh, haha, these are going to be some cool metal moments. And that's exactly what it did. It got 134 views, and it was only posted 4 months ago. I mean, it's kind of, I guess, low for a view count, but, it's number 10 on my list. It made it to the top 10 most popular Stephen Othony videos of all time. So, I mean, something must have been done right. Anyway, yeah, when you're making a thumbnail for a funny video, try to capture some of the humor that's in that video in the thumbnail, just so when the viewer clicks on the video expecting something funny, that's exactly what they're going to get. So I guess also try to get the thumbnail to match the vibe of the video, and I think you'll find some success in that. Okay, number 9, be simple. In a world of people claiming that this generation is losing their attention spans, try to prove them wrong. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing. Not many people are interested in all the jingling keys that are in the thumbnails anymore. People just want something simple. And that's why I think the thumbnail for my 9th most popular video, An Enchanting Journey, for that thumbnail, yes, I had the series name in the top left, the episode number in the top right, but the picture for the thumbnail is just an enchantment table with some books around it, and the title is just An Enchanting Journey. That video scored 136 views, and I think it's just because a lot of people recognize Minecraft, and for those who recognize Minecraft, they recognize what an enchantment table looks like and what the bookshelves around it mean. For that video, I think in my Minecraft world, I was going to a woodland mansion to try to, I think my goal was to get some totems, but I ended up getting some bookshelves, and I could have thrown in, pillagers, evokers, vindicators, all those sorts of things, or just like the woodland mansion. I could have thrown in the flying gas that I used to get there, but I didn't. I just put the enchantment table in the thumbnail. And I would reckon that if I did throw all of those things into the thumbnail, it wouldn't capture everything that they would see in the video, but it might not have gotten enough clicks because throwing everything in there at once might confuse the viewer. It's like, those posters for like superhero movies that are just floating heads like scattered around the poster? And that's something that I've seen a lot of people make fun of recently, and that is why throwing too much on a thumbnail isn't going to get a lot of clicks because, you're overdressing the thumbnail. In my opinion, a good thumbnail is simple. It tells people the main point of the video, and it leaves enough reason for people to click on the video, because if you throw everything in the thumbnail or throw everything in the title, then what's the point of even clicking on the video in the first place? Especially if at that point, whoever's trying to click on the video has seen everything you have to offer already, so they probably won't watch it anyway. And that's why I think simplicity is very important when creating a thumbnail. All right, for number 8, I have catch 'em off guard. When somebody is scrolling their YouTube recommended feed, they usually do just like some mindless scrolling before actually locking in and trying to look for a video. Maybe they just get lost in the motion and they just like get lost in their thoughts or whatever, and they just don't really realize what they're looking at or what they're doing until something snaps them out of their mindless doom scrolling. And that action of snapping somebody out of the mindless doom scrolling is exactly what your job is as a thumbnail designer. You got to make something that's going to catch them off guard. You got to make something that they won't expect, and you got to make something that will trigger that conscious thought process and snap them out of their mindlessness and get their brain working to try to watch your video. And that's exactly what I did for number 8 on my top 10 videos, on the video called Talking About What's Behind Me. And the video thumbnail, I recreated a meme, I think from Stranger Things. It's like the meme where like Will is like looking away with his hand over his mouth, and then it's like what Mike's seeing and it's the back of his head. I don't know if like it was recreated or whatnot, but that's kind of what I imagined when in the thumbnail you just see me turning around looking behind me and it's just the back of my head, kind of looking like that. Yeah, if you throw in something abnormal into your thumbnail, people are going to snap out of their habit of scrolling and click on your video. Or they might not exactly click on your video, but they're more likely to if you're the one snapping them out of that process. All right, tip number 7, since I'm counting down here, is insert something familiar. My 7th most popular video right now is my hardcore A to Z video, Dirty Den. And in the thumbnail, I show the dirt house that I built in that video, but next to the dirt house, I show the picture of Patrick from SpongeBob in his like Pinhead Larry form. I'm sure you know what the the character looks like if you've seen SpongeBob. And that picture of Patrick paired with the Dirty Den title is something familiar to a lot of people, because a lot of people, especially in my generation, have seen SpongeBob, specifically this episode. And so I think people are more likely to click on that video if they see something familiar like that. They're like, hey, I recognize the Dirty Dan thing, and if that connects to this Minecraft video, which I'm also a fan of, because I'm assuming YouTube sent this video to some Minecraft fans, then I'm going to click on this video because it's a reference to my favorite cartoon and my favorite video game. And so that's kind of what I tried to go for the thumbnail. And that's why I think it made it to my top 10 videos, because I only dropped it like a month ago. So it's cool that it made it to my top 10 videos. And I think that's why, because I inserted the Patrick picture alongside a Minecraft, image. So I think that what is it? So I think that familiarity, is that the word? Familiar feeling got to a lot of people and made it more likely for them to click on it. So if you want some clicks, insert something familiar into your thumbnail. Make sure it relates to the video you're making, because like I'm not just going to insert, Michael Jordan into a video about Minecraft, because like unless I'm building him in the Minecraft world, you know what I mean? I only inserted this picture of Patrick because I was building something called a Dirty Den, and that kind of relates to the episode. I say I'm Dirty Dan. So, yeah, and that was the inspiration for the name. And in the video, I have clips of the characters saying, "I say I'm Dirty Dan" in the episode. So if you've seen it, you know what I mean. But yeah, just insert something familiar, and people are more likely to click on the video. But inserting something familiar that has nothing to do with the video, I think treads into clickbait territory. So be careful when picking something familiar to add to the thumbnail if this is the tip you choose to build your thumbnail off of. All right, tip number 6, make it yours. So for my 6th most popular video, it's called I Played Every Mineplex Game, and it has the Mineplex logo next to my Minecraft skin. The Mineplex logo kind of fits into the familiar sort of thing because a lot of people grew up on Mineplex when they were younger playing Minecraft multiplayer servers. And so this does kind of go with my last point, but putting something that's specific to you and your channel next to the familiar thing is going to create that sort of association with people. And so when they see another video from you with the personal thing that you put in the video, that's going to start becoming familiar to people, and they're going to start clicking on more videos by you in the future. Does that make sense? So in the thumbnail, it's just the Mineplex logo next to my Minecraft skin. The Mineplex logo is the thing that people are already familiar with, and my Minecraft skin, once they see it next to the Mineplex logo, they're going to start getting familiar with that. And so videos that have my Minecraft skin in it, people are going to say, hey, I recognize that skin. I know this guy. The last video he made was pretty good. I'm going to click on this one now and watch this one. Does that make sense? So it does add that sort of, personal identity to the thumbnail. And if you pair it with my last point about inserting familiar things into the thumbnail, that personal identity that you create will start becoming the familiar thing. So that's just kind of creating sort of a chain reaction, so people are more likely to click on other videos by you, which I think is the long-term goal for most people. All right, now this leads to probably one of my favorite thumbnails that I've created for my channel, and my next tip, which is make it your title. When people are scrolling on their phone watching YouTube, or I guess scrolling really anywhere watching YouTube, the thing that catches their eye first isn't usually the title, it is the thumbnail. So if you make your thumbnail the title, then that's what catches people's attention, and then they're going to know what the video is about based off of that before they even read what the title is. For example, my 5th most popular video is a Minecraft video titled, "Is Mineplex Dead Again?" I posted it 2 weeks ago. In the thumbnail, the top of the thumbnail says 1 month later, but the M is replaced with the Mineplex logo, and below that is the player count from a month ago to the player count now, and it's like there's an arrow in between them, so it's saying 7,000 players, and then there's an arrow pointing to 400 players, and it's just the player count going down over a month. Based on that thumbnail, you kind of understand like the point of the video, which is the Mineplex player count is not what it used to be when it relaunched. And so when people see that, they don't even need to read the title to know what the video is going to be about. So not only does it catch people's attention with the Mineplex logo in it again, hence me refreshing that tip of inserting familiar things, it catches people because it's probably something a lot of people in the Mineplex community are wondering, because there's a lot of people who are really excited about the Mineplex release, and so if they're still attached to the server, seeing this player drop in the thumbnail, they're probably relating to it, or they're probably wondering what I have to say about the player count going down. And so because of that, they're likely to click on the video. And I think this tip is the best way to avoid clickbaiting if that's not something you're interested in, because you really are just putting what's in the video on the thumbnail. And I know earlier I said don't put everything in the thumbnail, and I really don't, because if you watch the video, you'll learn that this is just me playing Mineplex games that I haven't played yet and having trouble doing so because of the low player count. And so it's capturing the Mineplex experience, playing on a server that's unfortunately nearing its demise a second time. But that's not something I explicitly put in the thumbnail. The thumbnail is just capturing the concept of the server dying while the video is actually experiencing it, which is something that I probably don't know how I would put in the thumbnail, which is, I guess, a good thing. So yeah, if you want to capture people's attention regarding the concept of your video, just make your thumbnail the title. Like of course, still have whatever title you come up with, but if you have the thumbnail reflect the title one for one, then like I do for this video, then it's going to capture people's attention and they're likely to watch the video. I think. I don't know. It worked here. It's my 5th most popular video. It's got 196 views. I usually get like 20. So it worked. Okay, enough jibber jabber. The next tip I have is lay it out there. A problem I have with making thumbnails is I usually don't want to give things away, or like I usually don't want to give like the coolest part of the video away in the thumbnail, because obviously you want people to, watch and experience it from themselves for the first time. However, if you're just starting out, people aren't going to watch the video, thus they're not going to find the cool thing in the video unless you give it to them early. I know I said earlier, be simple, don't put too much in the thumbnail, don't give away too much in the thumbnail, but if you are a small creator, I think the strategy is to have a bunch of cool things in the video. Pick one, put it in the thumbnail, because people are going to be like, oh, that's interesting, I'm going to click on it, and then they're going to see the other interesting things that you have in the thing. So don't put all of the interesting things in the thumbnail, just put one of them in the thumbnail, or the one you think will get the most clicks. For example, my 4th most popular video is my first YouTube video 5 years later, and it's a video of me playing UHC 5.5 years ago. It's the first YouTube video I made for my old channel, Lucky I'm Dead, and in the thumbnail, it's my old Minecraft skin with a piece of text that says 360p pointing at the character. And I think that 360p paired with the title is people going to be like, oh, this is going to be bad. And I think the point of that video was, one, just to show how far I've come since then. But two, it's not for people to watch the whole video, because I'm going to be honest with you, I doubt anybody watched the whole video. But the point for this video was to get people to click on it, check it out for a few seconds, laugh at it, leave. But since they already clicked on the video, YouTube's probably going to recommend more of my stuff to them, aren't they? Aren't they? Did it work? Did you get recommended this video after watching the first video? Probably not, because that first video that I posted was 7 months ago. So I doubt it's still working, but it probably worked for the time. So yeah, if you're making a YouTube video, especially early on, don't be afraid to put the most interesting part of the video in your thumbnail, especially if that's the thing that'll get you the most clicks. Before I get to my top 3, I just want to say one more thing real quick. An honorable mention, don't use AI, okay? This isn't a sponsored video by any means, but using AI to make your thumbnails is garbage. Nobody's going to click on it. People hate AI. I feel like the majority of people watching YouTube videos aren't going to look for AI thumbnails. In fact, they're going to see them, and they're not going to click. So if you're going to make a thumbnail, do it on Canva. Canva is a really easy tool to make your thumbnails. I've been using Canva to make my thumbnails for well over 5 years now, however long I've been making YouTube videos. Canva's free. I don't know how long it's going to be free, but it's free. You can find anything online. You can use background what is it? It's remove.bg to remove the background on photos to make PNGs to put in your thumbnails. So you can find any picture you want, put it in your thumbnails, and you can make it with Canva. It doesn't take that long. It takes a few minutes. It adds a personal touch. You'll feel more accomplished, and people are more likely to click on your videos because I think the majority of viewers hate AI. I hate AI. I'm sure you hate AI, and if you don't, well, that's cool, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, don't use AI. Do it yourself. You'll get more views. I promise you. All right, tip number 3, add some mystery. My third most popular video is called Dangerous Activities, and the thumbnail shows the "you died" message in Minecraft. And you know how the "you died" message like shows how you died below the screen? Well, I censored that. I blocked that out. So people are going to click on the video wondering how I died. And so since I added that mystery to the thumbnail, people are going to click on that video wondering how I ended up dying. Like, it wasn't a hardcore mode video, but it still doesn't matter. People are still going to be curious and they're still going to click on the video and wonder what happened. And that's exactly what happened. The video was clicked on 474 times, and it is my third most popular video on this YouTube channel. So yeah, I'd say it worked. And if you want to get clicks, you should try to figure that out for yourself. I know a lot of the most popular videos on my channel are Minecraft related, but this goes for cooking videos. This can go for music videos. If you're making a cooking video, show like what you're doing on the counter, but blur it out. Or if it's like a how-to video, especially, like, have something and blur it in like another part of the thumbnail to add that mystery and get people to wonder what's behind that blur. The only thing is, you better have an answer for what's behind that blur. You don't want to clickbait people. You gotta actually have something of value in the video, because if you do clickbait, people aren't gonna like you very much and they're less likely to click on your videos in the future. Or they're gonna tap those little 3 dots next to your video, say not interested in this content creator, or what is it? Don't recommend videos from this channel again, and they will never see you again. Literally, that's what I do to so many creators who do this. I just click on that and I never see their channel again. I don't even know how to undo it. That's just how that works, I guess. So yeah, add some mystery to your thumbnail, but also make sure you're honest for future loyalty from your audience. Okay, tip number 2 doesn't exactly relate to thumbnails, but I just wanted to put this out there and say, follow your dreams. Content creation, especially lately, is more about the numbers than the experience. And what I mean by that is creators lately are more likely to make videos that please the algorithm than videos that please themselves. And when a content creator puts out videos that they enjoy and those videos don't get numbers, that can be discouraging, and they'll end up doing something that they really don't want to do. And this line of work that they've, been so inspired by and love to do so much becomes work. And when your career becomes work, that's usually a problem. And I think there's a big push right now, or a big movement by a lot of creators, or I guess the general population on YouTube, to be yourself. I've noticed that creators who act authentic and as much like themselves as possible are having a resurgence right now, if that's the word I'm looking for. Basically, creators that hide behind characters for the audience aren't getting as many views as people who are just being themselves and authentic in front of the camera. And sure, there is a level of characterization that comes with being a content creator, but the more you dive into your real authentic selves, I think the more successful you're going to be, because if you build a loyal audience around who you are rather than a character, then that's easier to keep up for these people, and those people become easier to please. So even if it's 200 people who are following you because of who you are, that's better than keeping up a persona for years and years to come for 2,000 or 200,000 or 2 million people. So I hope that makes sense. Regardless, that's the main point that I'm trying to say. But the reason I came up with this point is because the project that I'm most proud of on my YouTube channel is number 2 on my channel, and it's the album that I created last year called A Show You'll Probably Forget. Got 637 views. It is the full album in one video. It has the album art right on the thumbnail. It's got the most likes out of any horizontal video that I put on my YouTube channel, and that's the most authentic video that you can find on my channel. The view to like ratio is crazy. The percent of the video watched is nuts. And I think that just comes with putting the most work and the most passion into that video, and I was rewarded pretty handsomely for it. So if you're a YouTuber starting out just like I am, it's okay to make a slight character or act a little bit differently on camera than you would off camera, but try to keep as much authenticity as you can and just do what you want to do on YouTube, because I promise you the algorithm will find the people who want to watch the stuff that you want to make, and eventually you can create a living on this space being as happy as possible. And now, what is the most important point that I can make about thumbnails? What is the video that has gotten the most views on my channel, and what is the thumbnail that has gotten the most clicks, like ever. And it's a pretty unique point to this video. I'm probably going to do it either for this video or a future video just to, spread the word, get the advice out there. And that point is John Cena. The #1 video on my YouTube channel is a video called You Can't See Me. It's the episode 4 of my Bed Wars series that I made a while ago that I'm re-uploading to this channel. The video has 890 views and has a picture of John Cena on it. Now, why is John Cena in my thumbnail the most important point that I can make? And here's why. Raise your hand if you love John Cena. If you're not raising your hand right now, you're lying. Everybody loves John Cena. Nobody hates John Cena. John Cena is one of the purest celebrities out there. Pairing with my last point, he's one of the most authentic people that you will ever see in front of a camera. But the reason why you put him in your thumbnail is people don't see him in the thumbnail. That's right. For the thumbnail, I put him in the thumbnail, but if you go to the thumbnail, he's not actually going to be there. What you're going to see is just a picture, like a screenshot from the Bed Wars video. But people's brains are hard-coded to recognize that John Cena is there, be attracted to that picture, and click on it. So even though I put John Cena in the thumbnail, you're not going to know about it, but there's still a level of attraction in the thumbnail that draws people to it, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to start doing from now on is I'm going to start putting John Cena in every single one of my thumbnails. He's going to be all over the place. You're never going to see him. However, you are going to be attracted to every single video that I put out, and you're going to watch every single one, whether you like it or not. So yeah, those are my tips and tricks for how to make a good thumbnail. And honestly, it kind of evolved into just how to be successful, or most importantly, be happy as a content creator. I really hope this helped anybody struggling to build an audience or draw enough people to, the videos you're creating. Or at the very least, I hope this video was entertaining to you. Thank you guys so much for watching or listening to this week's episode of Authonies Radio, and hopefully I will see you again in another one. Take care and have an awesome rest of your day. Bye-bye.